Right. How big would you say that is? What does that weigh?
Oh, that looks like that weighs 10 to 15 pounds to me, maybe. Well, probably more like 15 to 20, because that's quite a large bird.
Amazingly docile for being a bird that has recently been in the wild.
Well, like I say, these birds do get used to human beings, and it's been, it's been in captivity for 2 weeks, been fed out at Rose Lake and fed here, and they do adapt very nicely. This is an adult bird. You can tell by its pink bill. The young birds have a darker bill, and it's in its winter plumage. When it's an adult, it grows a horn-like projection right on the top of the top part of the bill, and the feathers in the back of the head get much, much longer.
Mm-hmm. Those feathers look like they're sort of extended, fluffed up.
Yes, they are.
In the back of the head because it's probably nervous or intimidated, or is
well, no, that's part of the display, but those feathers on the back of the head are longer than the others, so that even in a normal position, you'll notice that feather protruding out behind it.
What do you suppose his problem is? Lice?
No, he's just preening. You know, birds have to spend a lot of time keeping those feathers arranged and keeping the little hooks on the feathers together to maintain warmth and waterproofing. So that's just a preening process.
Oh, he likes the cameraman. He likes the camera a lot. He's getting a little spunkier. I wonder, Glenn, if we could show the pouch at all. Could we try to maybe put our hand in its mouth to show? Because when we put a piece of fish in there, here, I'll get a piece of fish. Let's try to put a fish head. This is white bass. It's been eating chunks of white bass. If you want to grab that, we'll show. Put it in the pouch. Whoops.
I think it's going to eat, but you can see how the pouch does stretch and make quite a large container. And that's part of the way that pouch works.
Fish head? How's that sound? It's our first raw fish head recipe here in Michigan Outdoors.
When they shove that pouch underwater suddenly and scoop with it, that pouch expands and water and fish rush in, and then they close the lid on it, squeeze the water out, and swallow the fish.
Try to show his wingspan, which looks to be about 5-6 feet.
Yes, easy.
Whoa, look at that. This is a big bird. Going to subdue him here. Look at that. And these wings, they use for soaring.
Yeah, their flight pattern is an alternate flap and soar, so that's how even, they migrate at tremendous heights, so even at 4,000 feet you could tell these from snow geese, because snow geese will be that steady flap, 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 where these guys will flap, 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 and then soar, and flap, 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 and soar. One of the other things we ought to point out is it's one of the neat things about looking for birds in the fall and the migration is you never really know what you're going to show up. What'll be there, and although you may see lots of geese and robins and birds that you're familiar with, there's no predicting when you might have the treat of seeing one or more of a flock of some birds you just don't normally see, such as these pelicans.